Hello everyone, this is Valerie Kuhlman coming to you with another tutorial. This one is for the CFP number 4A Technique Practice Log. Sometimes these can be confusing because they are savable forms, so I'm going to walk you through this as well. So this one, you're going to go down into your fellowship forms. You're going to click on CFP number 4A, Technique Practice Log. Again, this one is like the 3-case evaluation. You are going to go ahead and fill in your name and then your email address and hit submit. So because this is a savable, so-called savable form, you're going to get something that looks like this, and it says, please access the technique practice log via the link below. You're going to click on that. And then voila, here you have your technique practice log. Remember that when we say savable form, this means that the form has multiple pages. And so each time that you click save or go to next week, at the bottom of the page, the information that you have entered is saved on the form. As a result, you can either continue filling out the form or come back to the same form at a later time to continue entering your patient population data. Since each form is unique for each user, the form cannot be published on the website the same way as the non-savable forms, which we have introduced to you earlier. They are easier, of course, to fill out because you don't have multiple steps. So instead, you have to fill out that first basic form called gain access to CFP number 4A, technique practice log. Then you put in your information, you click submit. It gives you a link to the savable version. Once you get this link, the email that contains the link to the form is sent by JotForm, and then sometimes, though, you must note that sometimes it goes to your promotions folder in your inbox, and then you have this form come to you. This page 1 is the form where you're going to, again, enter in the data that you know. So it's going to be your name, your address, and then you're going to click like the time period that it's from, let's say that week to that week, or whatever your week may be. Just a note for some of you who might be new at filling these out, remember we have this right here on the form, but you don't record your clinical mentoring on this form, and you don't record lab assistant hours on that form. So clinical mentoring goes on the CFP number 4 clinical mentoring hours, and lab assisting goes on the number 4A, which is guided independent study. So those are not part of this. So just so you know, this is independent practice of orthopedic manual therapy techniques. And typically it's for you who are trying to either study for the 6:30 or the 7:30 exam, typically the 7:30 exam, or it might be a recommendation from your CFI, or you're just trying to get better. There's a minimum and a maximum of 40 hours for this particular technique and or practice. So no more, no less, you get exactly 40. All right, so you're going to save that and then go to week 1. When you go to week 1, then you're going to say, okay, I worked an extra 10 hours, let's say, on this, and I spent 2 hours on 1 hour on the TMJ, mandibular. I spent 2 hours on the cervical, and I spent let's say I was doing a lot, 2, 4, 6, and there we go. I was doing a lot of upper extremity, that week. and then I would click. Okay. If I only did it for, let's say I only put in for 1 week, then I'm just going to keep going to the following weeks. Okay. And then it's going to add it up for me. Okay. And then I'm going to sign my name and hit submit. But let's say I don't know. I might want to just save this, and I might have more practice later on, but I don't want to forget this. So there is another option. So instead of going to the next week and all the way to the end and hitting submit, which is then a done deal, I could say, okay, you know what? Right now, I'm not sure. I'm just going to save this. And so I can do a couple things to go back to that form. I can either cut and paste this and like copy that into a Word document or save that, or I can keep the original email link and I can have it open it up again, and that will take you to the new one. So see how I had already put in the date, and then I already have those numbers. But then what I can do is say, you know what? I actually did it for the whole month, for the rest of the month. So here I go. I went till October 31st. And then I'm going to go to the following week, and I'm going to say I did 20 hours. I was busy that week, so I did 20 hours. I was feeling good, and I went through the whole body. Okay. However many that is. And then what I can do is I can go all the way. It's going to add it up cumulatively for me, and then I'm going to go ahead and sign it and submit it. Okay, so there are two ways to do it. You can either keep the data to yourself for a whole month, or if you're more of a digital person, you can save it digitally. You can just enter it in every week, what you're doing, every day, what you're doing, whatever it is, and then just keep going either back to the same email, or you can cut and paste that and put it into another, like cut and paste it and put it into the address bar, and then it will take you back to your individual savable form. So I hope that's helpful. The savable forms can be confusing because, like I said, we can't publish savable forms. That doesn't work. Like a non-savable form, because each form needs to be unique for each user. So anyways, that's just another little tutorial on how to get through some of these forms. This one, once you hit submit, you're good to go. We don't have to worry about getting that to your CFI or anything like that. Okay, it will go to the box folder. We will put this into your progress summary, and then it will be uploaded to your individual box folder. And it depends how long it's taking us to process it, but normally give us 2 weeks before you'll see the copy of this into your box folder. Okay, I hope that's helpful, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.